It is 2024, baby.
Let's go. We back.
Let's go. We're gonna go into our resolutions, and I do kind of want to get y'all, especially your take on this. But I've kind of decided, like, your passions.
Right.
I want freedom. What money provides is freedom.
You have freedom now, though.
I don't have freedom now.
Generally, like you can go to Japan now. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I can't. I can't afford to go to Japan now.
Exactly.
I literally
so you want the financial freedom. That's what I'm saying. You literally just said it. That's what I'm saying.
Financial
you still
freedom.
have the freedom to walk outside, go to any bar you want.
Welcome back to another episode of the Otown Talk. It is 2024, baby.
Let's go. We back.
Let's go.
We back.
We took a little holiday for the vacations. That's why we weren't really posting, holidays and all that. Or vacation for the holidays.
We took a holiday for the vacation.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
People from different countries call it a holiday, like a vacation.
Oh, yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
So we took a holiday for the holiday. And we're back now, baby. 2024 going strong. We're gonna kick this off, very cliche New Year's style, bro. We're gonna go into our resolutions, just touch on that a little bit. So let's kick it off with Bailey. I'm curious to see how you're gonna better your miserable fucking life. Starting the new year off, right? Woo!
Okay, so just for the record, my life has been great.
It's fucking
Everything's going fantastic. Just moved, if you didn't notice. New studio.
That's why we're in a new spot.
This is the upstairs loft now of the new house. So welcome.
House. Heard that?
Happy to
Yeah,
have you
that's
all here.
It's always been a house, but
Yeah, it's always.
so
It has been a house.
for the record. Well, my New Year's resolution was dry January, but as we can see, that's not.
That was your New Year's resolution?
Mhm.
The new resolution is supposed to be something you accomplish throughout the entire year. That's 1 month.
Look,
all right.
Baby steps. This was the first
She asks me why I make fun of her and why I'm so mean to her. And then she does stupid shit like that.
It could be whatever you want it to be, first of all.
Yeah, this is her New Year's resolution.
Yeah, not
Oh my
yours.
God.
Not yours.
Outta here.
Anyways, well,
Look, I had dry January too. What you mean?
cheers. Cheers to that.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, I've been unpacking and stuff. Like, we literally moved a couple days before New Year.
So do you not have a resolution?
Well, it was dry January, and I went 5 days.
Do you have another one?
That's
Do you
good.
have another one?
No.
Okay. Brandon.
Well, my New Year's resolution, just like Bailey's, was to start out dry January, but certain things happen. But nah, my resolution, to consistently go to the gym, actually drop music consistently. We're gonna make this podcast fucking blow the fuck up. Graduate from school. Well, at least get my AA to start right now. But go to UF and then kind of figure everything else out along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Bet.
Pretty much it.
All I got.
So Jesus Christ over here's New Year's resolution is.
Nah. I ain't putting myself on a pedestal. I just don't think a 1 month thing is a fucking resolution.
It is.
Okay. Mine is I want to make 6 figures this year.
Oh yeah, I also want to move out.
I think it's very attainable.
Good one.
I would say that's my only resolution. Other than that, I would like to. Hey, that takes more.
One thing.
That takes more than a month. That's a big thing, though. There's a lot of things that need to be in line to make 6 figures in a year.
See, I would argue that dry January can then lead into a dry February.
Yep.
Which will then turn into dry.
So
Flat
then
February.
that resolution would be
Bailey,
quitting
Thank you,
alcohol. That's a whole different resolution.
Baby
Well, who wants
steps.
to do that?
Baby steps. Baby steps.
All right. Anyway, so a 6-figure income, and I guess other than that, the only thing I could say is it would be sick to get back in bodybuilding condition because I haven't been there in 2 years. I've been staying in shape. I've still been hitting the gym. We're still looking high, but I kind of miss that feeling of just looking like a fucking beast. So, and I think that would go really hand in hand with the 6-figure income,
Right.
and it would make it all overall actually a bigger challenge because getting into bodybuilding condition
Mm-hmm.
while trying to maintain making money,
Right.
it's a tough little balance, man. It's a lot because getting into bodybuilding condition in itself is a full-time job.
Oh, absolutely.
So
That shit's that's a process in itself.
yeah,
too.
yeah. I think I could get there in about 2.5 months, but then maintaining it, that's going to be a whole nother thing.
What about someone that's not in the gym as much as you are? How long do you think it would take?
Well, that's the whole thing.
Depends on-
We would need
okay.
to go into programming, all that
right.
stuff.
But
But I think for the average goer, as long as you're when I say average, I mean maybe you're a little overweight or a little underweight, and you're trying to transform your physique.
Mhm.
I think you can pretty much hit a solid transformation within 6 months, and within 12 months, you can basically look like a new person. And that's assuming you keep everything in line. you know, but if we're
You're
talking
consistent.
if we're talking just pure beginners, the average person, I'm not talking about obese people. I'm not talking about anorexic people, just your average Joe.
Right.
Going from an average Joe to like great conditioning and shape, 6 months, 12 months to be like transformed. Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I mean, that's a pretty good segue into one of the things I wanted to talk about, because one of the things I want to talk about was self-improvement shit. And it's and I do kind of want to get y'all, especially your take on this. So something I've kind of come to since I've started this new like career path is, I've kind of decided, and this is going to sound crazy because a lot of people tell you to do the opposite, but I've kind of decided fuck your passions. You know, you can work on your passions later, make money now. Cause I'm gonna just be transparent. What I'm doing is I'm a health insurance agent now. And I'm not passionate about fucking health insurance at all.
Mm.
Now, what I will say,
hope not.
yeah, what I will say I'm getting a passion for is sales as I get better at it. You know, I kind of like it reminds me of the gym in the sense of fine tuning your craft, you know, because it really is a skill set.
Right.
And like seeing that constant improvement over time. And the reason I say fuck your passions is because I didn't like, I would have never went into something like health insurance, because I would have been like, bro, I'm a bodybuilder, I'm a fitness guy, I want to be in the fitness industry, or I want to be an influencer and I'm still doing podcasts, but I want to like focus on that because I love that. But the thing is, what I'm noticing is by doing something that I'm not necessarily passionate about, like aside from all the other benefits of like the skills I'm learning and all that shit, aside from all that, like it is going to supplement my passions later. So I'm giving up on my passions a little bit now, like not chasing being an influencer per se, and not chasing being like a bodybuilder per se, and still doing those things and still like focusing on those things, just not wrapping my entire life around it for the time being, so that I can build the money to then enhance those other things. Right. Because if I have more money, then like I could get us a new studio. Along with that, I'm getting experience that will allow me to bring more to the table on things like the podcast to help supplement the podcast. So I think a lot of people get wrapped up because they always hear like, do what you love.
I think that's really important to realize that now, that having a job is not always going to be your passion, and it probably shouldn't be, because even if you're doing a job that you're very passionate about, there's always going to be aspects of it that you don't like.
Absolutely.
And so when you can realize that, like, you might be limiting yourself by choosing a job that you're passionate about and not making as much money.
And that's what happened with me with personal training.
Yeah, exactly. And if you just stick with that because you're so passionate about it, then it's not going to like allow you to grow. And let's just say you're making 6 figures a year more doing health insurance. You can find time with that money for doing something you're passionate about.
Exactly.
Right? Like giving back to your community, doing like community work, like offering like free training classes, for example. Like that would just be like a small thing.
Yeah. I'd be able to do something like that.
Exactly. You know? Yeah. Giving, like, I think that would probably be the most important thing.
I don't plan on ever getting back in the personal training world again. Opening a gym though would be cool. You know what I mean? And that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to have a nice one.
You got to have money to make money.
Exactly. And like, I was so focused on like just doing what I loved all the time, because I felt like if I did something I didn't love, I wouldn't give it my all. But then when you see that paycheck come in, you realize I can give this my all. You know what I mean? Like that all of a sudden changed. That's what changed my perspective. And it's funny because my dad's been telling me this for years. My dad's been like, look, right now you need to pay your dues, work your way up the ladder, make a lot of money, and then you can focus on what you love. I was like, Dad, I'm gonna make my money doing what I love. Fuck all that. And then now here I am. And honestly, I'm starting to love it. Obviously, I don't love health insurance. I mean, that's just the product. But my job is selling. My job and like providing a service to some extent too. Because once I'm a full agent, then like, you know, I'll be doing client retention and like working, like whenever my clients have a problem, they'll call me up, yada yada.
Right.
But
that's another great thing too, is like finding joy in what you do, even if you don't love it, like finding something in what you're doing. Because if you don't, you're just going to be miserable making all that money.
For sure.
And you can be adaptable. You can find something you love out of whatever you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, more so, I feel like it kind of depends on like what your passion is. I mean, you're not too far off. Like for like it'd be nice to work a job and then you're making, you know, X ample amounts of money to where you can then put it into your passion. But like, I don't know. There's been a lot of information that you guys are saying. I'm trying to like find where I want to go with this because like.
Are you saying like you can do both at the same time, like still be passionate about something and make a shit ton of money?
Yeah, I mean,
You definitely can.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like maybe the fuck the passion things was a little bit too much. Like, I mean, like you always, I mean, if you're truly passionate about something, like you can't really like live without it. You can't live without doing it. And like, if a job is consuming you, then like you're obviously going to lose the passion to do that. So, I mean, if you're in a job where that's what your goal is, I mean, your mindset might change and then you might not even end up back doing what it is that you're.
But is that a problem if you're happy? If it got you to a place?
No, and it's all. I mean, it's all up to the individual too. I mean, there's no right or wrong per se. I mean, for someone that's very money focused and minded, I mean, yeah, what you're saying is correct. Like for me, I kind of look at like for me, like I want to make music, but like that's something that like will take time. And with that, like that was something I also want to say with my New Year's resolution is like I want to be consistent. Like consistency is key. And like if you're just not consistent, then like nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like with anything in life, if you're not consistent with this, that, and the other, it's just not gonna work out. You know what I mean? You can give it your all every now and then, and I mean you'll feel good. I mean, I speak from experience, but like it's never gonna work out, you know. So that's something that I'm really trying to kind of do. But I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with putting your dreams, your passions on a pause to kind of get
that's kind of what
financially stable. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely nothing wrong.
Or
with
even
that,
doing them on the side. Like me, for example, I'm still working out.
Right,
I'm still doing all that shit.
Yeah, because I mean, like for
it's just how my focus. Like we were talking about earlier, I feel like I'm getting a little fat because I'm at the desk all the time. Like I'm sacrificing a little bit of my physique, like my passion for my physique.
Absolutely,
I'm sacrificing a little bit to put more energy in this area because you're a product of where you put your energy.
Yeah,
and I haven't taken all my energy out of here because I'm still going to the gym 5 days a week.
Yeah,
but I've taken some of it so that I can focus it here.
Yeah, of course.
Because, you know, we can only put our energy into so many things at once. And the more energy you give something, the better it's going to be.
Absolutely.
Like when I was in the best shape of my life, I was putting 100% of my energy. I wasn't going out. I wasn't drinking. I was eating at 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day. Like, I was shredded and I looked great and I felt great. But that was my life at that time, right? So now, granted, I'm not I would say I'm putting almost 100% into sales. But I still have enough over here to like keep my passion moving. Right. You know what I mean? And with this too, like this is another passion. So, and I still am giving this enough energy to keep this moving as well. And like I said about it feeding into it, right? So by doing something you might not be super passionate about, one, you might find some passion in it like I did with loving the process of sales. But two, it supplements it, right? Getting that money then allows me to hopefully make our studio even better. Possibly get more into the marketing side for this kind of stuff as we have more money.
Honestly, on the flip side though, it does seem like you're very passionate about money. I feel the same way.
Oh, I'm very passionate about
money. So I guess it's interesting to think about, like you say, I'm doing this so I can focus on my passion later, but actually your passion is money and that's what you're focusing on
like
now.
that.
Okay, well,
that's like an interesting perspective.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I think everyone's passionate about money to some extent.
I mean, not everybody.
Well, yeah, but the vast majority.
Not to the degree that you're passionate about.
With working out, like a lot of people are like passionate about keeping a good physique, passionate about working out, but not a lot of people work out as much as you
well,
know?
I wouldn't even say I'm passionate about money. I'm passionate about what money can bring you.
Yeah, but that's still, you're passionate about money because of
what it can freedom.
Right.
I think everybody wants
about
freedom.
working out. You're passionate about being healthy and looking good.
No, I'm passionate about working out.
Okay.
I love just lifting weights. That's why even though I don't look good right now, I still do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
So
but yeah, I mean, I would agree with you. I mean, your passion, at least right now, seems like it's more money driven, which is, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I feel the same way. I'm very passionate about money.
I just know like everything comes with time. And as long as you're putting in the effort in what it is that you're trying to do to be successful, it'll come to you. It's all just a matter of time. Like in a sales job, it's easier because it's sales. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easier to get, for lack of a better phrase, like a quick cash grab to an extent. But like, as opposed to like, if you work hourly, like myself, like, you have like you're putting in hours, they might be the same, but like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like getting a paycheck as opposed to like I made like I closed
guaranteed money in one area.
Right. It's essentially what I'm getting at. Right. So I mean, but to that same point, instead, like, yeah, granted, my money might be guaranteed. You can close a deal and it can be like 10 times what I just made in like 2 weeks, let alone what I'm gonna make in like 2 months. You see what I'm saying? So it just, I don't know, just kind of depends.
Well, I'm not talking about career routes here. I'm more so talking about like giving up on your passions a little bit to put energy somewhere else so that you can later focus on your passions more.
I mean, yeah.
Because like I said, I wouldn't say my passion is money. Money's cool, But my passion is what money provides is freedom.
Right.
I want freedom.
You got freedom now, though.
I don't have freedom now. I live
Yeah,
at
you
my
do.
mom's. Shout out.
Still got freedom though.
No, I don't. With
I
what?
think I think it's like
What am I
freedom,
free to do?
freedom
anything
means
you
like
want.
going
No,
to
I don't have the money to do anything I want. I can't fly to whatever country I want to vacation for a week. That's freedom. I can't buy my mom a car to
That's luxury.
pay her
That's
back.
not freedom.
That is free. Going to Brazil or something because you want to go to Brazil is
Financial freedom. It's
yeah,
a
financial freedom. Yeah, I'm talking about just like you have the freedom to do whatever you want. Yeah, you have financial freedom.
I literally cannot get to Japan.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want financial freedom.
That's freedom.
You have freedom right now.
Pause. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
No, I am. I'm saying,
Freedom is
I'm
being
saying,
able to do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, you can.
I cannot go to Japan right now.
No, I'm saying, but like, yeah,
It's
because you don't have the
financial
money.
freedom.
Yeah, you could if you had the money.
It is, it's financial freedom, but financial freedom
you
is
have the
freedom.
money to go like right.
Is that
now,
not
but,
making
like,
sense?
I mean,
No, seriously, does that not, are you not getting what I'm saying? Freedom is
I'm
being
talking,
able
like,
to
the freedom
do,
to, like-
let me finish this. Freedom is being able to do whatever the fuck you want. Freedom is not, like, yeah, I have the freedom to be a bum. Yeah, I could just like not and just sit at home and not do anything. But I don't have the freedom to fly to Brazil. I don't have the freedom to fly to fucking Canada and watch some fucking hockey game. I don't have the freedom to go to New York. I don't even have the freedom to go and fucking do degenerate shit like gamble like crazy because I would just lose all my money in 10 minutes. Like, I don't have the freedom to do much. I have the freedom to go to the gym. I have the freedom to go to the club. And I guess I could go on a road trip somewhere, but that isn't freedom. I'm limited. You see what I'm saying? I have the freedom to do select things.
it depends
With
how you
enough
look
money,
at it.
you
I'm just
have
saying
the
you- I'm
freedom
just
to
saying
do
you have
everything.
There's some countries where you can't have a certain
Okay,
haircut,
if
you
we're
can't wear
talking
jeans.
politically,
I'm not even talking politically. I'm just saying
I'm
in
just-
general.
like-
I'm
in
just saying,
general, yeah.
yeah, generally. Like
But
you can go to Japan now. Yeah, absolutely.
no, I can't. I can't afford to go to Japan now.
Exactly.
I literally
so you want the
can't.
financial freedom. That's what I'm saying. You literally just said it. That's what
But
I'm saying.
financial
you still have
freedom-
the freedom to walk outside, go to any bar you want, go work
Yes,
out. Yeah,
of
exactly.
course.
That's
But
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
have freedom in life to do whatever the fuck I want.
I mean,
Financial freedom is freedom. Once you're
You
not
wanna-
truly free until you're financially free. Because you can't do whatever you want when you're broke. Does that not make sense?
It does. No, it does.
well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're definitely poor, you can't do anything. Even if you're poor, you still kind of have the freedom to do whatever you want.
No, you don't. You can't freely fly to Japan.
Well, not freely. No.
That's what I'm saying. So true freedom
Like,
comes
yeah, if
from
you have the
financial
money,
freedom.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Does that not make sense?
I mean,
True
it's not
freedom.
making
I'm not
sense.
talking
Yeah.
about the freedom as in like nobody's stopping you. Yeah, nobody's stopping me from doing whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Except
too. Like,
except the people that take in the money for you to do the thing you want to do, they are stopping me. So no, I'm not free.
to go to Japan. Yeah. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that.
So I don't have pure freedom. I have limited freedom. I'm free
I mean,
to
if
do
that's
what
the
I can
definition of
afford to
pure
do.
freedom, then you
Yeah.
don't. Then yeah.
That's the definition. Freedom is the ability to do whatever you want to do. No, do we disagree?
You can go outside right now and do whatever the fuck you want. You're talking about traveling somewhere. That is different. I'm talking about just freedom. Like you can go outside and go do whatever you want.
It is
You can still
no.
go, like, you
Is
know what I'm saying?
vacationing doing something? Doing whatever I want? Wouldn't vacationing fall in that category? Because you have to do vacationing. I'm not free to do that activity.
Well, see, you're free to make the money to do that.
Yeah, duh. But
So you're still free.
bro, you
You're still
you
free,
guys
yeah.
are being nuanced as fuck right now.
No, you're
The
not.
fucking yes, you are. You're literally being nuanced as fuck.
I'm just saying you have freedom. You're the one blowing up.
Vince,
Everybody's
we're
got
just trying to argue with
freedom.
you.
I know that's what it feels like genuinely because I'm telling you guys that I'm talking about pure freedom to do
No, I hear what you're saying.
whatever.
I feel that way too. I feel that way about money.
You
I feel
can't
like
be
I
truly free
I
without
want to
money.
make a ton of money so I can do whatever I want. Like I want to be able to go to the store and I see something I like and I'm like, ooh, can't afford that. I don't want to. I don't
Exactly.
Want to do that
That's
I want
not-
to be like, I
yeah.
like that. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
I mean, you have the freedom to take it, but like, you know, fight for it.
Consequence. Yeah, honestly,
That's what
true,
I'm saying.
true.
You can do whatever you want in this world. You just gotta. I mean, there's consequences.
There's
Or
always
I mean,
gonna be
yeah, obviously you need the money to do shit, but I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want here.
You can even do it now. The consequences are you're just
Yes,
gonna be in debt.
legally
debt.
we're free.
Yeah,
legally
you're free
we're
to do,
free.
yeah, free to do whatever you want.
No shit, but like
That's,
I
all,
know you.
that's literally all I was saying. That is quite literally all I was saying. That's
But
literally all
I
was
know
saying.
you understood
And
what
you
I
brought it
was
to,
saying.
bro. If I want to go to Japan right now, like,
That-
no,
yeah.
not you.
I'm not free to do that.
Because I mean, you probably could if you have the money, but like, yeah, you could still go do that. You just don't have the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
You just be in
So
debt.
that's what I'm
you still have freedom.
saying.
You still have freedom. Just not. You just can't go there.
Yes, I have the freedom to do that, but I don't have the means to do that, which is why I need to be financially free so I can get full freedom. That's what I was saying.
Right. To travel
So I can live. No, not just travel. Do whatever the fuck I want. If you don't have money, you can't do whatever the fuck you want.
To me, financial freedom looks like having enough money to do whatever you want, but also not having to work. Like, because if you
That's
don't want to,
true,
if you
yeah.
don't want to work,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
feel like-
That's like way down the line.
just gonna go play tennis.
Yeah,
today.
that's way down the line.
what
But
I'm trying to do.
yeah,
I want my
that's
money
the
to
end goal.
make money, and then like I can just go to the beach or some shit and just like
That's why you
stare
gotta,
at my phone and just be
you
like,
gotta have money to
I'm
make
make-
money.
Well, that's what, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Everything, it's all. Yeah. You have money, then kind
But to take it back to the beginning of that, yeah, I would say I'm obsessed with freedom, not with money itself. Just what money can bring me. The fact that it gives me the ability to do whatever I want once I have money. So, and then once you have the ability to do whatever you want, you can really capitalize on your passions. And that's kind of where I was going with that. You can't like, so one of my biggest goals is to start a company, right? And it's a specific company. I'm not going to put all my air out there. I already told you guys what I do for a living. That company in specific, yeah, I could start it as a brokey, but it would probably fail. Yeah, well, it would probably fail because I wouldn't have the capital to really like do it. And if I did even if it didn't fail immediately, it would take me fucking forever to get it to a point where it would be bringing in good money. Whereas I could do sales, make money a lot quicker than that first 5 years of business that it would take for me to start making real decent bread. And when I say decent, I mean livable income. Versus fuck. I saw y'all nod and I know what you're nodding for. It made me lose my train of thought. I know. But so versus just dedicating a couple years to this, and then I can start that company, and then it's already where it would have been in 10 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like within a couple months, because I have the capital to make that business huge
You
immediately.
can go on Shark Tank.
Like if I had if I had
I'm
$100,000,
saying, talk to Mr. Cuban.
if I had $100,000, like I genuinely believe I could turn a business into $1 million business within 2 to 3 years. Versus if I start a business with $10,000, it's gonna take me 10, 15 years to most likely. Like, yeah, there's these Instagram influencers will make you think it's quick, right? Like I started a company with $5,000, now it's bringing in fucking $2 million a month. Like, yeah, that's the fucking 0.0001% of people. And they got lucky. They weren't skillful, I promise you. But in the real world, you know, it takes years to build like a truly successful business. And even with capital, like even with $100,000 behind you, it could take a long time. So I'd rather like spend 2-3 years, stack up bread, and then be able to start that company at a much higher point than I would have been able to today. If I could even start it at all today.
Right.
You know? And then it puts me ahead of the game, puts me ahead of the competition. And that's what business is. You got to beat up the competition. So that passionate business that I want to do, I need the capital first to capitalize on that business.
Unless you're starting a business that has no competition, inventing.
Well, yeah, but I'm
Inventing the
not
wheel.
an inventor. What I want to do is
Could
already
be.
a very big industry.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
So it's already a huge
That's what I was gonna
industry.
say though. I think it just depends on what you're passionate about and what it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's always factors, but
because obviously, depending on what it is you're passionate about, it might not require X amount of money. It might not require.
I guess I
money at
should
all, you know?
clarify. I should clarify. I'm talking to people that want to be financially free,
So we know
which
what
I
you're
think is the
passionate
vast
about.
majority of people.
What are you passionate about?
Music.
Making
Music. That's like your biggest.
I mean, I
passion?
love making music. That's my shit. I think I'm pretty decent at it. I think I have.
Oh, you're very good at
I
it.
think I can. I'm not consistent with it. I don't put in the work that I need to, which is why. I mean, like I've always said though, like I might not put out music, but like over these years, I've been like studying the craft, like listening to like just certain things, like you know what I mean, and like from where I was in like high school, especially to where I am now, like just
Totally different.
yeah, like you know what I mean. So that's why I was saying like this year, like if I'm just consistent, like.
Are you gonna?
But
put
keep
out
in mind,
some music
I mean,
this
I'm
year?
also passionate about sports too. Like I love sports, like just as much. Well, I love music a little bit more, but sports are like literally like right there. Like,
But I should have prefaced this in the beginning, I guess, and it sucks that it's 20 minutes in. But I'm primarily talking about people that want to be financially free.
Mhm.
I'm not talking to like the guy that's okay with like whatever. And like doing like your passions on the side is totally fine. Like I'm still in the gym.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
still making music no matter
Right,
what you're doing.
right.
I don't know what your passion is, but I'm sure you're doing it. So
just about to ask you.
so like I'm not saying give up your passions completely. I'm saying stop trying to use your passions as a source of income while you can't really get income from it.
Right.
You know, and that's essentially where I was with working out and personal training and shit. And I kind of realized I can let go of that passion. And honestly, personal training wasn't even a huge passion of mine. The gym is, but personal training itself, like it was cool in the beginning, like seeing people like, you know, hit their goals and shit. But it wasn't a huge passion of mine. It was always a stepping stone for me.
Right.
So I had to give up on those things to like, swallow the bullet, swallow my pride a little bit. I had to close down my business essentially. Like my business is essentially getting closed down. Yeah, I'm going to keep the LLC and I got a few clients still under my belt while I'm doing this stuff, but it's definitely not my focus by any means right now.
Yeah, not right now.
And I had to swallow my pride to do that. You know how hard it is? Like even when your business isn't doing that great, you built that shit. It's yours. You own it. It's hard to swallow that bullet and be like, I'm getting older. I'm about to be 25 and it's time to really start making some moves,
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with it too, because I know I'm about to be 25.
So yeah, I had to swallow that bullet. It was a hard bullet to swallow. I was telling Braden this, I almost didn't go to that job interview because of personal training.
That's the craziest part about all of this is that, he literally was like telling us, like, I'm not going, whatever, and his parents and everyone were like, no, you should go. Like, it's good. Like, get the practice, whatever.
Yeah. And so I did it. And now I love it. I almost didn't even go. And the reason I didn't is because I didn't want to swallow that bullet. I'm like, I can build this business. I'm going to put my fucking all into this. And that's what I was telling myself. And yeah, maybe it would have worked out. Maybe I would have made like 60 grand off of it or some shit. But like with this, I have the potential to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so then I can go back and make a gym and then make that a cash cow. Mm-hmm. That's my goal, is make a gym into a cash cow. That's one of my businesses. That's not the business I was talking about earlier, by the way. But
gym.
I'll tell you all that because everybody in their anybody in the gym that's passionate about the gym wants to own a gym. I mean, that's not a fucking secret, Like not like people that are really into it. Okay, I dedicated my life to it for years. Right. You know what I mean? Those kind of people, all of them want to own
like
a
the
gym.
twins, probably. You think so?
I don't know them like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who?
Are you talking about the Trend twins, or are you talking about your homies?
Trend twins.
Oh, yeah. I could see them wanting.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. They would definitely. I could see them.
Oh, you're talking about the twins at Amped?
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be into that. I don't know. I've talked to them.
They might.
But they're definitely in the gym. They're getting big, bro. Side note, these boys are getting big as fuck out of nowhere. I think they're natty.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're natty.
I was gonna say that's still up for debate.
I think they're natty. I do. Because I've been in the gym with them for like a year now. I've watched.
I'm curious to know if they would build a gym though, or if they want to own a gym.
I bet if they could afford it, they'd do it.
Probably.
Because they love the gym. They're obsessed with it.
What are you passionate about, Bailey?
Honestly, finance.
Really?
Like I'm really passionate about money. Like I'm not
the way money moves type shit.
Yeah. Like all of that. Like I really like the barter system. Like I think that's really interesting. But just money in general, like what it can do for you. I'm really passionate about finance.
Yeah. I completely agree.
I really like gardening too. Like watching plants grow, like photosynthesis.
I love
plants and all that, and psychology, probably that too.
Really?
I used to be really into that, and I feel like I learned a lot from that.
Yeah,
and I've been able to apply it to the sales. Like you learn a lot about interacting with people through it.
Absolutely.
It's
100%.
interesting to watch like how people behave and why they behave that way. Like instead of just somebody flicked you off on the road, instead of just being like, oh, that guy's a dickhead. Thinking about like,
could have a lot going on.
Yeah, he could have like maybe he is this way because of this, and exactly. I think it makes the world a happier place.
It does
to recognize like why people are doing what they're doing instead of just getting upset by how they react.
And I try to explain that to a lot of people. Like a lot of people are really quick to be bitter at someone for whatever they did, and I genuinely like. It's cliche, but you feel once you like understand psychology, you feel bad for that person rather than feeling bitter towards them.
Exactly.
You genuinely feel bad. And like I never understood like when the adults when you're a kid, like the bullies the fuck, you know what I mean? He's just sad and jealous inside. Like you don't understand that when you're a kid, and it sounds cliche as fuck, but once you like understand psychology and you get a little older and you start understanding how people work, like even like I give so many people like don't get me wrong, I'll cut them out my life real quick. But I understand why people do things like that. The motherfucker that backstabbed me, right? Mm-hmm. Even though I don't fuck with him no more, like I felt bad for him. Like the fact that he went to that extreme and backstabbed me, it like showed me a lot. Like, damn, he's really not in a good place.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I already knew like he had some stuff going on, but that really showed like all of it. It's like he's down bad like that, and like. Yeah, some people are just shitty people, but usually there's a reason people are shitty.
Right.
And you got to take that all into consideration.
And it only hurts you to hold resentment. Yeah. Like it doesn't hurt that other person. I mean, maybe a little, but why would you want to hurt somebody intentionally?
But I'll cut them out of my life because I don't want that energy.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, I didn't even notice he was here. But at the same time, like it feels way better to understand why rather than just being angry and bitter about it all the time.
Right. Absolutely. I heard this thing one time about it was like, think of the world like you, every single person on this planet is you, but like just in a different lifetime. So like whenever you're reborn, you are reborn.
Oh, so you're like into that shit, huh?
I mean, no, not necessarily. Like in terms of religion, not necessarily. But thinking about it that way. So think about like you see an old lady crossing the street and you're like, oh, that was me one time. You know, I should help her. I should walk her. Like I should give her an umbrella because it's raining. Just things like that. Like being really considerate of people, I think is helpful, and psychology plays a huge part into that. So.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not giving her my umbrella. I'm gonna get wet.
What time are we at? Because there is another topic I want to get into. But
see, that's why I said that. Because I was gonna say, I think on that note.
Next one? We're done, so? Gotcha. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for tuning back in. I hope you guys have a great year this year, and I hope 2023 treated you pretty well too. And yeah, drop in the comments your New Year's resolutions. We want to hear about that. Absolutely. Anything you want us to talk about, throw it in the comments as well. Follow us on all social medias. All links are in the description. And on that note, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year.
We out.